major keys. In this game, as you evolve, as you grow your business, as you put your feet down in the dirt and say this is where we gonna go, homie, you're gonna get competition and bullshit conversations from other people in the game. It ain't like you can, you know what I'm saying, be out here pimping and somebody don't come outside with a bigger mink coat. That's the way the game is. But one of the major things you're gonna learn is that a lot of people just don't have major thought processes, major tycoon status ways of thinking, empire building. A lot of dudes are just regular ass, I own the corner store. And it ain't nothing wrong with owning the corner store, but stay in your lane, homie. You know what I'm saying? You can't be coming up to the dude who runs 7-Eleven, you know, Wawa, or all these places talking like you on the same level. You got one, they got millions. Now, this is something that's going to cause a little bit of competition amongst you and anybody else you close to. Because if your homie, your peoples, your people you like to break bread with, who in the game with you, if they not trying to do major things, then your conversations are going to get on their nerves. The way you go about life is going to get on their nerves. The way you talk, the way you walk, the way you plan, the way you plot. You know what I'm saying? You'd rather go for the home run than get on base. This is what's going to cause a major problem because they don't think about shit in major form. They didn't come here to be, you know what I'm saying, to go to Colombia and get a connect. They just not those dudes, right? So when you come in, and this is going to happen no matter what you do, and I always remember that American Gangster moment when on a movie where, you know what I'm saying, Frank Lucas come in and, you know what I'm saying, and he underdressed and the other dude, Nicky Barnes, kind of overdressed and he's not, you know what I'm saying, and he know it's money being made, and the other dude like, I make money too, motherfucker, I'm out on these streets too, you know what I'm saying, and you know it's going to be a problem. So let me give you a good example of one so you know. So if you go into business and your business flip chips, okay, when I say flip chips, I mean you have a transaction-based business, right, that's going to always flip money. You will make more money than the dude who is like a personal service, let's say like a lawyer, right? So a lawyer has to interview people and then he gets clients. But if you were like one of those legal online things that sign those papers, you have millions of people who want to form an S corporation or something like that. So the same game, but yours is transaction based, right? Yours will make more money, but he will say, well, I'm in the game too. And you're like, I'm not against you being in the game, right? But you didn't parlay your shit into something that could just make major fucking money. You understand what I'm saying? So now you have a small thinking person. Some motherfuckers just want to say they were there, homie. I told us a lot of spectators to this chip game, young homie. It's a lot of motherfuckers that no matter what you do, just want to say I'm in the game, right? They don't want to own the game. They don't want to start playing Monopoly in this world. They just want to say they in the game. So you come against cats who are really doing big shit and they say, well, basically I'm doing the same thing. Well, you know it, homie. When you put a 1 by itself, it symbolizes number 1. When you put a 0 behind it, it looks like a 10. When you put 2 zeros behind it, it looks like 100. The only thing we have in common, motherfucker, is 1. Do you understand what I'm telling you on that example? The only thing we have in common is that in the beginning, it looks like we were doing the same thing, but I parlayed my shit. Now, this don't even have to relate to you being in the same business. It can just be dudes talking sideways to you because they don't understand money and don't understand what kind of things they should be going into. So they're going to keep opening up businesses where they need you as a personal person to be part of it. I told you, a man can only do so much. That's why he hires employees. That's why it's called a corporation. It keeps growing because the motherfucker can't hand you a Twinkie in 20 different places at the same time. Right? So he grows a company. And as a result of that, that 1 becomes 10 employees. That 10 becomes 100 employees. That 100 becomes 1,000 employees. I'm going to give you something to remember for the rest of your life whenever you think you're not motivated to do something. The thing I do all the time is whatever I have just done, I decide that the next goal will be me to add a 0 behind it. So 1 gets to 10, 10 gets to 100, 100 gets to 1,000, 1,000 gets to 10,000, 10,000 goes to 100,000, 100,000 goes to 1,000,000. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm doing with that is it puts the marker out. But what I really want you to understand about that logic, that mathematics, the understanding of that is every time I do something, it's 10 times better than what I just did before. Right? So if a motherfucker is 10 times better, that's a major jump. Right? 2 times better, and that looks good. 10 times better. This dude went from owning 1 house to owning 10 houses. He went from 10 houses to owning 100 houses. I was like, God damn, right? And 100 houses don't have to be houses. They could just be a big ass apartment building. It could be the fucking Carter for all I care, right? And you keep building. But when a dude don't think that way, you gonna run into them as a problem. Homie, I'm on a block too. Yeah, but you ain't trying to move major shit. Yeah, man, you know I'm in the game too. Yeah, man, but you know you got the nosebleed seats, homie. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the field, homie. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the game, right? So I mean, it's a difference of understanding, and you're gonna have a problem with it. You didn't do nothing, homie. You just parlayed your shit. You know, it's just a mind state. When I put up the quick hustles, right? Well, I used to, but I had to put them back to new ones. But when I put up the quick hustles, I always put that parlay thing in there. I just don't leave it blank. I don't just say, well, now you know how to sell water. No, homie. Here's a new refreshing angle to the water hustle. Put some Gatorade in that motherfucker. Sell Kool-Aid Pops. I mean, we you know what I'm saying? My brain says we could do better. We could build it. We could flip it. We could do much more transactions. But you're going to run into motherfuckers who, I'm in the game too. It's like when I hear motherfuckers talk about a job. You know, it's always a counter hustle thing going on in this world right now, right? They always put, just because you have a job, don't let anybody put you down. Motherfucker, nobody putting you down. You putting yourself down, motherfucker. How can you claim to be God on this earth and you do human shit? Huh? How can you run up to a motherfucker and say, I could do what you do and you don't do it? How does that smart? You old retarded thinking motherfucker. I ain't against nobody having a job. I told you, the way I want everybody on the rise and grind to think is the job is the hustle. The business is our life. So right now you have motherfuckers thinking a hustle is something we do on the side and this job is their life. If you could flip that mind state, young brother, then you know that the job is transitional. It's something to help you build money. If you don't got no hustle that can make you $2,000 a month, but you got a job that's willing to pay you $3,000 and you could save half of it, then the job is a hustle, right? You understand what I'm saying? You switch your mind state about it. You don't try to build with shit that ain't never going to get you to $1 million. That shit is stupid. You don't worry about dumb motherfuckers who spend their whole life trying to find a home inside of a job and putting up fucking pictures and saying, this is my wife and my kids. You don't worry about that shit. Right? But I ain't against nobody that does. Because I had a job. I have a job. I do things, right? If I need money, I break bread and go figure out how I can make some more money. It's just all in the mind state. But getting back to the main focus, man, motherfuckers who don't have major keys on their mind, major understanding of these chips, will always have a problem with you. Even if you didn't do nothing yet, they gonna say, fuck you. Now, when I was coming up, right, I got plenty of brothers and people around me and who, oh man, you know, you should do this. You shouldn't quit your job. That's a good job. You know, you should stay there. And you don't, you know, my mother telling me that shit, you should stay there. And you can have, you know, build a family. I'm gonna build a family on the back of a devil. But you should build a family in this shit. And you could, you know what I'm saying? You could do this. And you could be the king of Philadelphia out there doing your shit. And you know, and I'd love to come visit you in King of Prussia and Montauk. And you know what I'm saying? And Mount Airy. And you could live among the other rich black folk. Man, I'm in this shit for the big shit, homie. I ain't in this shit to be sitting next to no bitches. I don't give a fuck about that. Right? But they get mad because some of these dudes have attained that. Some of these dudes have that neighborhood and that lifestyle. And when they walk down the street, someone say, oh, that's Mr. Jenkins. He managed Bank of America. Right? And Mr. Jenkins is holding his head up high and he got a Jaguar and you go and talk to him and he the king of the neighborhood kind of shit, right? But when he see me, he say, hey young man, you know, you should really think about investing in stocks. Man, come on, man, get the fuck out of here with that stock shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't rich off that shit. What are you, Warren Buffett, motherfucker? Cut that dumb shit out. We hustling, right? So he gonna get mad because even though I don't have what he has, my potential is a motherfucker. Let me tell you something, what I'm really trying to tell you. It's not even potential. If a man tells you that he's going to sell sandwiches on the corner, and you say, that's a good hustle, motherfuckers love sandwiches. And then I come along and say, man, I'm about to set up 20 vending machines, with a refrigerator, and I'm selling sandwiches on 20 corners. Now, just the idea of what I just said is bigger than his with the chance for that, what I love to call the multiplier effect, motherfucker, because I got 20 places selling $1 means 1 times 20. You only in one place selling $1, that's motherfucking 1. So my shit got that multiplier effect. My shit got the ability to blow up. What does his shit got? What? So when I work on businesses, even when I'm working on Reach Folk, you got to look at the understanding of even that website is I'm spreading the game all the way to London, to Toronto, to British Columbia. I'll be in Australia on this shit. I ain't gonna slow down until we everywhere, man, that I touch faces with all my peoples all over the world, right? That's different from me with these fuck ass motherfuckers who want to sit there and say, I'm just gonna create a black directory. I'm not on your shit, homie. Go ahead and do your bitch shit. I ain't with you on that shit, right? They thinking small. They thinking about copying somebody. They thinking that I want to be like this other guy. I want to be like Yelp. No, I don't want to be like them, motherfucker, right? But it's something in their head. So why wouldn't they hate on me? Why wouldn't they say, we doing the same thing, friend? You doing something that looks similar to me, homie, but you know what I'm saying? It's like me approaching a girl across the street. Me and you could be wearing the exact same fucking clothes, homie, but the game and the slang and all the shit coming out of my mouth is way different than yours, homie. So why it looks like on the cover, homie, right, that we the same kind of data. My shit is a killer. Your shit is just something to look at. Now, all that shit is, Freeman, you cocky. The reason why I'm cocky is because when you hear me, I'm talking major shit, right? You arrogant, Freeman. You don't even got nothing. But I'm talking major shit. I'm talking about flipping shit. I'm talking about that multiplier effect. What is that motherfucker talking about? So they gonna get mad at you, homie. Because my shit, it took them 10 years to get to 1 million. My shit could do it in 6 months. Right? Why shouldn't I sacrifice to get my shit that I could bubble in 6 months? Why shouldn't I put some effort behind it? I was talking to my nephew, right? And I said, I want you to understand something. Somebody in this family got to take a chance at the home run. Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to step out the fucking lane and say, I'm about to go for it, right? We all gonna be good, but somebody need to make us great, right? That's a major shit. That's a major thought. My grandfather left Mississippi with his homies on the corner telling me they doing the same shit like he was talking about like Compton again, right? But no, I don't want my family to be like that. He got up and left. That's major moves. So when another motherfucker come up and say, well, I'm taking care of my family. Oh, that's true. But I made sure that my family is not even in that situation no more. I done changed the trajectory of what happens to the Freemans from this point forward. Right? That's major shit. So you're going to get a lot of motherfuckers mad at you, homie. A lot of them. And they even when you quiet, they going to get mad at you. Because when you walk into the spot, you're going to run into some people and they going to say, well, I'm a lawyer. That's cool, homie. I'm glad, you're glad you're doing your thing. I heard you were a lawyer too. I guess you didn't think it was worth your while, huh? I said, no, man, it's been very helpful to me, in my life, man. Just knowledge and understanding, man. I got a different understanding of the world, so. But you never thought about being a lawyer. You didn't think it was good money for it. I think it's good money, homie, but I just have other talents, homie. I think I could do other stuff. Well, you just think you better. I said, God damn, homie, be happy with your shit, partner. I don't give a fuck. Like, go ahead and sue some motherfuckers, homie. God damn, I ain't putting you down. You walked up to me to get put down, homie. What are you, a dog, a rabid dog? Do I gotta pull out my strap and pop you in your fucking head, homie? You know what I'm saying? Do you want that? So you gotta realize that motherfuckers gonna get mad at you, man. And you thinking you in the game and we all making money, why these motherfuckers hate me? It's like when you don't ever see me talk about brothers on the internet, right? You don't see me talk about Tariq Nasheed. You don't hear me talk about Dame Dash. You don't hear me talk about them dudes doing big shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't got nothing against them brothers, man. You ain't gonna never hear me say nothing out of my mouth against them, man. You understand what I'm saying? Because I ain't even on a level of producing and production and shit of that nature. I ain't there, right? But I got my plans to be something that they gotta recognize, not because I came out to beat them, just out of respect for the hustle in the game. That's what I'm always on, right? So another dude can come up and say, well, Dame Dash is broken. And you like, y'all listen to this motherfucker like, what the fuck? Why you hate this motherfucker so much? Did you have some business dealings with him? What make you hate a motherfucker you don't know that much? That you want to tear him down and you want to put it on the internet, right? One of my favorite things is Genius Leaves the Hood. I don't know if you ever seen that Jay-Z documentary somebody did. But it's so many motherfuckers kind of analyzing his moves. And the shit is gay, homie. It's like a weird understanding. There's so many motherfuckers analyzing them. So many motherfuckers hating on him. And I'm like, damn, man. Y'all know him. Did he fuck you over? Or are you just a spectator to what a god got to do in this world? Right? It's coming, homie. Even motherfuckers in the game, which you think is a violation of the code of ethics that we all hold for trying to get this money and build this empire. It's coming. You can't deny this shit. Brilliance is looked upon, and for a week, man, it's made it look like, damn, I'm brilliant too. Why aren't you looking at me? I remember a long time ago, I don't know what it was. I always sit to hear, little things. I don't know if it's true. So, they say Puffy go to a club, y'all motherfuckers starting prom with him. I'm like, what did he do to you? Like, I mean, his glow is the fact that he hustling has hurt your feelings that much? See, in this game, young homie, some motherfuckers are trying to go for a home run. Some people trying to do big shit, major key shit, major shit, right? I'm about to flip this. I'm about to open up this. I'm about to do this, right? And even the thought scares the motherfucker who ain't never put in his plans to do it. They don't like it. So I could be sitting right next to you. You got 10 houses. I got 10 houses. I'm about to take my 10 houses, do a 1098 exchange and go get me an apartment building. You gonna say, I'm gonna keep my 10 house. Now my 1098 exchange done gave me 20 apartments, right? I fix those up. Then I take that 20 rent and I go get another one with 40, right? And all of a sudden you like, man, we basically in the same game. We are, but you ain't taking the risk to do big shit. You know what I'm saying? When I was growing up, right, I used to tell people that everybody's selling dope, everybody's selling whatever. Some motherfucker got up and went out of state on this shit, right? Like we about to do some shit out of town on these motherfuckers. That's a whole nother level of risk and understanding of growth and balling and trying to get your money right? It's saying that we gonna go open up a new motherfucking market on these motherfuckers, right? So if you got enough heart to open up a new market, that leaves the motherfuckers alone who in that regular market. You spreading shit out, right? So when people get happy, Walmart's coming to our neighborhood, and all the poor people, oh man, we got a new Walmart is dominating, coming into your neighborhood, fucking you over, taking over business. It's a monster on the move. No one doubts it. But if somebody came along and said, Target has always been the neighborhood home brand, buy Target, you're like, that motherfucker is in the game in the early stages of Walmart, but you watching Walmart make major motherfucking moves, homie. So what I'm trying to say to get you to understand what I said through this last podcast, through this time we spent together, is I want you to understand motherfuckers gonna hate you for having a vision bigger than theirs. Motherfuckers gonna get mad that what you are capable of doing will destroy their 10 years of hustle, right? Because they've been slacking and going slow and think things are going good and I don't need to push myself. Remember the equation I gave you, brother, because it equals something. Every time you decide that you want to make yourself better, add a zero on to whatever you just did. If you sold 2 books, I want to sell 20. If you sold 20, I want to sell 200. If I just sold 200, I want to get to 2,000, and then 20,000, and then 200,000, and then 2 million. All you got to do is add a zero onto the end of whatever the shit is that has a number to it, and that can be your new goal. And 10 times in this game is what make motherfuckers notice, right? One restaurant goes into 10 restaurants. God damn, them dudes hustling. They making money. 10 restaurants going to 100. God damn, he run the state of South Carolina. 100 turning to 1,000. Damn, he taking over the Southeast region. You understand what I'm saying? Understand the logic of this shit. That's why motherfuckers gonna get mad at you, young homie. This is advanced level game, I'm telling you. This ain't no regular shit. This ain't no small shit. Motherfuckers ain't hating you because you started. Motherfuckers hating you because you departed from the bullshit, homie. That you stopped being regular. That you stop being so happy. I'm glad I'm here. I'm beyond glad I'm here, motherfucker. I came to dominate. Right? This is the game, young homie. This major key shit. And if you got some small shit and you ain't able to parlay what you doing to keep making more and more money, then don't get mad when somebody come along and destroy your ass. When some young kid come along and say, you know what, man, I know you were selling water on one corner, homie, but we got water delivery service. Like, whoa, young homie, I never thought about that. Yeah, man, we just be at the intersections and shit, and you could, put it, people can go on PayPal and they could put their money up, and I'm always be on this corner to give them a glass of water. They got it on reserve. Fuck, I never thought about that angle to the hustle, man. He doing major shit. If he parlaying, he improving the hustle. He adding a zero on to whatever the fuck he doing. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever he was thinking, man, how can I make this shit 10 times bigger? Because it's hard for an average motherfucker to do anything 10 times better, right? So you destroy that motherfucker. He only got one laundromat, you got 10, you destroy him. Your chips are coming in 10 times bigger. So when you time to grow, he got to wait for that 1 to get him to 2. You done took your shit to 10. 10 turned into 100. God damn, we flooding the block, homie. I want you to remember this. If you ain't part of this major shit, homie, if you ain't trying to build an empire with your hustle, it ain't the thing to be sitting here saying, I got a franchise and that's pretty good because I'm a black-owned franchise, No, even if you in a franchise, you should try to own 50 of them motherfuckers or 100 of them motherfuckers. The shit making money, keep trying, keep building, build the empire, homie. Next time, partner.